So today I will be doing my front door, and this is what it currently looks like. And I've put out just my little ghosts and some of my pumpkins and my scarecrow. But I'm totally revamping this. Last year, if you looked at my haunted, I had that like landing. I had taken in this old, it looks kind of New Orleans iron-like to me. I'd taken this inside and I put it up on my landing, and I did some really spooky things around it. But this year I had brought it outside, and now my ivy is all twining and growing throughout it. So apparently this is staying here this year. So I will show you what I've decided to do and how I decide to decorate. And then I'm also going to do my fountain area, although I don't know how soon I'll be getting to that. I don't think it's going to be today, but I definitely have visions for that area too. Okay, so a lot of you have seen my different videos in the past, and I use this wood garland as a foundation. And this year I am not going fall, I am going Halloween out here. And I was just in Joann's Fabrics and I found this great netting, and I'm going to now kind of twine it through this gnarly wooden trellisy foundation. And then next to this, the iron gate, I think it's going to have a really cool effect. Okay, so this is one complete roll of this netting that I got from Joann's Fabrics. Don't know when you're watching this, but everything was 50% off on the Halloween. And so I picked this up for $7.50, and it covered, remember, I chose to go asymmetrical, but it covered, and that's with a lot of billowing, it covered one whole section. And the beauty of me using this garland as my foundation, this one, is it grabbed it. I had to use no staple gun or any type of attachments. It's all just sticking on that garland, and I just twined it through. Next I'll do the old leaves and greenery. Okay, so really quickly I strung some orange lights through this, and I carried it over into the live garland on this trellis. And then I am now going to go ahead and start my greenery, because I wanted to be able to hide some of the cords with the fake foliage as well as some of the live foliage. So, okay, the birds are going crazy in the background, sorry. But so now what I've done is just added some fake greenery. And you know what? It is just scrap pieces that I have that I throw into a box. So I have different types of foliage, some variegated, some not, some ivies. And what I've learned here is that when you're trying to do a vignette like this, layering is always how you want to get started. And so if you see, I started with that garland, and then from the garland I did the tooling, and then from the tooling I did my lights, and then from the lights I did the fake greenery. So now we'll continue on. Okay, so I added a few more effects, and I'll zoom in here. But this is standing back, and I have not completed it. I still have to put a wreath on the door. Couple things for the trellis on the side here. I added my lit pumpkins, which help to just bring your eye both up and down. And then, you know, I really like what I've done here, because I added fake foliage to the live, and so it looks like it's going with the changing of the seasons, as well as having the orange lighting go through it. So that turned out nice. Again, we added the foliage all the way around the door, and I'm standing lower than the door, sorry. But then what I did right over here, and hopefully maybe I'll get an evening shot of this, I don't know. I went ahead and added my famous little scarecrow. He's been with me for too many years to let go of. I know we all have loved ones like that we can't let go of. But I also added a little bit of this, that black cheesecloth that looks like webbing on my outdoor lantern. And I just added some of this fake oak leaf to it to kind of make it all look really old, dilapidated, antiquated, like it's all been here a long time. I am grappling with keeping this giant fake ficus here. But I'll tell you why I do it is because I have so much blank space at my front door that it just brings a little bit of color, and I'm hoping it just kind of blends in as opposed to stands out like a sore thumb. So anyway, the door's coming along nicely. My last little touch for the front porch, and I'm probably going to want to hide those cords a little bit better, is to add a wreath to the door. And my wreath is actually purple and black. So let me get it on there and see if I'm enamored of it. Okay, so I wasn't terribly crazy about this wreath, and I'll show you why. It's orange and black, and it has these white ghosts on it. I just got it this year. I love the wreath, but it wasn't blending with my outdoor decor. So what I did was added some remnant orange that I had from before and just twined it throughout the wreath. And then I added these little ghosts after the fact inside there to bring a little Halloween flair. So, pardon me, it feels a little bit better. I'm hoping that it's picking up from the purples that are in this mesh right here, which is a little bit harder for you to see, I'm sure, on camera. But the colors are all there, so I'm hoping it blends well. Okay, serendipitously enough, I had these little twigs, and I felt like there needed to be more movement on this wreath. You know, last time I spoke, I wasn't very happy with it. So I went in and I liked the twigs because it picks up from the whole live greenery effect. But I actually had glitter glue and some purple glue, and I don't know if you can see it, but I was actually able to do a sprinkling of purple glitter on these berries. So I am completed with the front porch. Let's all remember that we haven't carved pumpkins yet, so we need to leave some room for that. But at present, the daytime effect, I hung my little ghost up there, and I've got my nighttime lantern, which will come on. I added a few more orange touches, some of that orange netting, left my scarecrow, and then back it up, and here is the completed effect. Still not 100% with how purple that wreath is, but I have to say it brings a little bit of color, and it definitely gives it that Halloween flair. So I will be adding some pumpkins along the steps, obviously, and then at night when this is all aglow, I think it's going to look quite lovely. Thank you again for stopping in and watching Designs by Michelle. I so appreciate my viewers.